Don't forget to unequip your baby at daycare, parents. Hey, welcome back. Oh, wait, actually, I didn't get any of that. Hey, welcome back.
I can't hear you. Aye, Captain.
Stop, that's my shoe key.
Alright, so, thank you for joining us this special sesh.
Everyone's married.
When we last left off, can you put my coaster away? When we last left off, the party had recently taken on a quest to retrieve Philo Baylitis for one Amelia Ormanitus in exchange for some arcane favor from him, and in doing so had gone on to find a cave about 2 days travel, or about a day and a half travel from Succumber, having arrived in the ruins of an ancient city, which none of you recognized, entered a cave to discover several troll-like creatures of just gray skin and sealed-over eyes, completely unused. Had successfully retrieved the fungus for Amelia Ormanitus and are now headed back towards Succumber. We rejoin us now as I don't know what just happened, so I don't know what time of day it is. Excuse me for one moment. I'm gonna play the recording back, to be quite honest with you. Alright, so we rejoin us now as you guys had just exited the cave, only to discover that it was late at night, feeling rather tired from your night's rest. What would you guys like to do? From your night's adventuring, what would you guys like to do?
Is it to the town?
Day and a half or more.
Oh shit. I say we set up camp.
Let's hide in the cave.
No.
Think I'm gonna come back.
Let's hide near the cave. The general area of the cave.
Let's hide in...
Let's just go in the woods. Let's just...
Yeah,
let's just go in the woods. Alright, so, you guys just want to follow Axel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I would like to upstage him.
So, you guys head off into the woods in a somewhat surprisingly meandering path, as you are walking in the general direction of away from the cave, continuing to meander through the woods, eventually coming upon what seems to be the ruin of a familiar city or town. You are back where you started, because you rolled a natural one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that Succumber
right.
was in ruins.
I was
That's
like,
a day and a half away.
I know,
I'm a little tired. Sorry about that. Let's just go like 10 minutes straight that way.
I'm
sure.
Are you
Okay.
sure you can
Do I...
leave?
What way is north right now? Alright. I'm still a little discombobulated. This happens, alright?
Is the moon out?
From where you guys are, you actually cannot see the moon because of the tree cover.
I can lead if you want.
I see
Please.
a short man like yourself wouldn't be able to see that.
With your keen mind, you know exactly which way is north. You continue for about 10 minutes just away from that general area. Do you want to go a particular cardinal direction?
North.
North. Alright. So, you head straight north for about 10 minutes. You find yourself a nice little clearing where the trees... it's just on the edge where you can't quite see the distant tree line where it ends, but you're pretty close to where that is. As you guys set up camp, take rest for the night, would any of you like to do anything?
I'll take first punch.
I'm gonna feed Puma.
Okay.
Oh. I was like,
Axel is sharpening his homemade blades. Go ahead and... Yes. Oh, yes. Did you want to check out those magic items
oh yeah.
that you guys found? Okay. So, as you cast Identify...
Wait, all I wrote down was the serrated short sword.
Yeah, we're getting to that right now.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I... Yeah, no, I wrote that down. That's good. I wasn't sure.
Okay, so, among what you find the following. The first thing that you find is the red ring with the dragon emblazoned on it is a ring of fire resistance. You can read those out or keep them to yourself and do what you will with them if you want.
Alright, so we got the Ring of Resistance. You have resistance to 1 damage type while wearing this ring. The gem in the ring indicates the type, which the DM chooses or determines randomly.
It is fire.
So it's fire resistance.
Mm-hmm. As the shape of the ring is kind of a dark metal with a small, like, tiny little flat dragon's head with a small red gem right in the center of its mouth. It's just kind of gripping onto it like a fireball.
That's cool.
You guys want to do it? We got the Shield of Missile Attraction. You guys want the descriptions of all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Should I read this in my Simon voice?
He gave it to you. What do you want to do with it?
I was just showing it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you can
Kepesk.
split those up however you like. Right? So if you attune with that, you have resistance to fire damage.
While holding this shield, you have resistance to damage from ranged weapon attacks. Oh. It's cursed. Attuning to it curses you until you are targeted by the remove curse spell or similar magic. Removing the shield fails to end the curse on you. Whenever a ranged weapon attack is made against a target within 10 feet of you, the curse causes you to become the target instead.
So it's just like a...
Yeah.
So it's a good thing I identified that.
That's unhelpful.
The mace
Is
is
it though? We
smiting.
could give it to someone.
That's an idea. That is an idea. We could sell it. Or trade it.
Wait.
We could trade it
Have we
for
touched it
another
already?
shield.
But
You
we
have to
haven't
attune
attuned.
with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was by touch. It was like,
Oh, that would
no.
suck.
I need you to make a wisdom saving.
Do you pick it up?
The
Let's give it to
mace
Manus.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh no!
he just
Here,
instantly.
this is for you.
He's just instantly like, no. And just pushes it back at you.
Do you want to hear about the mace? Yes. Mace of Smiting. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. The bonus increases to +3 when you use the mace to attack a construct. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll made with this weapon, the target takes an extra 7 bludgeoning damage or 14 bludgeoning damage if it's a construct. If a construct has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it is destroyed.
I have one, so it's clearly obvious.
Drop the mace at her foot.
As you go to hand the mace, you realize it's a little bit heavier than you anticipated, and just kind of like clang, and just drops like poof, head first directly into the ground as you kind of pick it up and wield it. It's got a nice weight to it, and something about it is very familiar almost.
Anybody for the shield?
You can sell it.
Why? I don't.
wanted to sell it.
It could be worth a lot of money.
You're tiny.
Oh.
You can hide behind it.
That doesn't...
I'll put it on my back as he takes it.
You have to specifically try to attune to something.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be a conscious choice.
Okay.
Right here we got vicious weapon.
And,
Oh, is that
and
That's what it's
that sword that you have right there, that is the serrated short sword.
Okay.
when you roll a 20 on your attack roll of this magic weapon, target takes an extra 7 damage of the weapon's type.
7 on the attack roll?
When you roll a 20?
Yeah, if you roll a natural
Okay,
20,
yeah.
if you crit, does that.
So there you go.
So you can add that to your
Construct.
a construct. Make a nature check. I think that would be appropriate.
9.
9. You're not really sure. At a guess, you just assume it's some sort of creature that's constructed.
Oh.
That's all you really gather from it.
Manus. No.
Does anybody have any particular interest in this? If not, I think I'll hold on to it.
I have a
Yes.
pretty high.
I'll allow it.
Give him a little mallet.
I will. I'm a generous person. You're welcome.
Very kind of you. Orion,
Thank you.
do you mind if
What?
can I have this?
Yes.
Thank you.
You already have it. Why are you asking me?
All right.
So was that all the things we picked up?
Yes. As as the identify spell ends, the whiteness in your eyes fades.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. As you guys continue to enjoy the rest of your very relaxing evening, Kepesk, as you keep up for the rest of the night, kind of keeping an eye out, patrolling and just generally looking out, go ahead and just make a perception check.
9. Sorry, not 9. 13.
13. Keeping an eye out, at one point in the night, you hear some distant snuffling. As you immediately drop to the ground, instinctively preparing to pounce should anything come near you, you see can you let the cat out? You see a roving band of wolves kind of take a look through the area. As they're passing by you, one of the larger ones, just kind of a dark gray pelt with white patches around his eyes, kind of stops, sniffs for a moment, looks directly in your eyes, waits for just a moment, and then continues on through the forest,
It's a good boy.
heading on. As
God,
the
I
hours
remember this.
as the hours wane on, nothing particularly catches your notice. You do hear the mysterious shuffling and general sounds of the forest around you that seems somewhat unusual for a normal forest, but nothing else catches your eye. As the night continues on, your shift ends. I'd like to go next.
I should.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, it's a long rest.
Yeah, it is a long rest, so you're all back up to full hit points and full everything once this is over. 15? Okay. Keeping an eye out, you do see very little throughout the night. As you just kind of keep an eye out, you see a bunny cross your path at one point, and you're like, nice. That's a good one. That's a nice one right there. Paler did a good job on that one. As you're...
Is it weird that I've had that thought before? You see an exceptionally cute animal and you're like, God did good.
Yeah, that is a 10 out of 10. Nothing else catches your eye for the rest of the evening. As Axel eventually wakes you, offering to take your shift, seemingly goes uneventfully. As the next morning you awaken to discover everybody awake around you as you come to consciousness, seeing nothing particularly out of the ordinary. Yes.
Should I? Okay, I'm just trying to say we talked about this, me keeping the date. Should I say what date it is, or just keep track of it silently?
You can. It's up to you.
Okay. So it's February 13th today.
All right. And that's the Faerunian version of February, but of course, we're not going to make a calendar because that's not going to make sense to anybody.
I feel like this is kind of not off record, but like not Orion saying it, but I feel like Orion wouldn't, like, he'd have a concept of time, like 13, 14, 15, like that wouldn't matter. He'd just be like, it's spring and
It's noon. It's
it
late
is high
late
sun.
evening.
It's noon time of year.
All right.
AKA summer.
So as you all awaken, enjoy a nice meal of rations and other general goodness. What would you like to do?
Grass.
Okay, tomorrow's Valentine's Day in our world. Technically.
I got very confused.
Yeah.
It's Leviticus's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, who? All right. So, what would you guys like to do?
Continue towards the town.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, never mind.
What?
No.
all right. So, just a few minutes after you guys continue walking, everybody just go ahead and roll a perception check.
23.
Spicy number one.
Okay.
14.
14?
23.
23. Okay.
Wait, sorry, 16.
16. Okay. As you guys are making your way through the woods, Kepesk and Simon kind of keeping an eye out and
Where are
focusing
we?
on the
What's
path ahead. You eventually, Simon, as you're walking normally, at a certain point you take a step and trip as you hear a thunk as a loud hollow metallic sound rings out as you kind of trip over something and take a look.
Oh. Are you alright?
I'm gonna
What-
go to help him up.
Gonna
Are you
investigate.
choking?
Okay. Upon first inspection,
Are you
what
birthing? Sorry.
upon first inspection, what appears to be what looks like a dark helmet is in fact not. As you
Oh.
get down and take a look at
Is it
this general shape that, as you're looking at it, is becoming more and more disturbingly familiar as you pick up from the grass that had grown around it and the moss and things mostly covering up. As you dust it off, you take a look, the solid jawline, the small eyes, you are holding the head of Manus in your hands.
The Manus or just a Manus?
It is Manus. Seemingly the one from the general area. As you're taking a look around, you're beginning to realize you're seeing parts of him scattered around the area, partially grown over, like bits of moss and vine coming out of the ground. And
You've been gone for like 3 days.
everybody go ahead and make an investigation check.
Solid 15.
10.
Okay. Amazingly,
I'm just overwrought with grief. Like, I turned this page!
Kepesk, as you take a look around the general area, a few feet from where this is, you actually see his axe lying on the ground. It is the same as you saw it, except whereas when you previously saw it, it seemed that
He was alive, and now he's not.
it was about maybe a 3 to 4 foot pole with a metal pole with a very, very large axe head, like too large to be a battle axe. You now see the same thing, but what seems to be a telescoped out continuation of the handle, as if it,
So
as you take a look at it,
axe?
you see it is a great axe that has a collapsible handle, as it is now in its outward position, as you assume that this is what he wielded, as it is the same as the others, grown over slightly with moss and vines.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Was he was a part of the Adventurers Guild, right?
Yes. he
Can I
was.
look around for his medal?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Wow, way to go,
As
Simon.
you're taking a look around for this, Kepesk, you find very near to this axe is the book that he was reading, and it is partially open.
I'm gonna read the page.
Okay. What languages do you know?
Common, Draconic. I think I know another one. Where would that be on my paper? I don't remember. Oh, Common and Draconic, yeah.
Common and Draconic. Okay. As you open it up, this strange kind of blocky script is seemingly written in runes that you aren't quite familiar with. Something about it. Go ahead and make a history check.
Gotta get that translation app out.
History, 17.
17. 17.
17. You don't understand.
Yeah. As the barbarian, thinking back quickly, expertly outdoes the wizard in intelligence. As you take a look at this, the blocky script, you actually have seen this before on certain traveling caravans, specifically of dwarvish make, as it does seem to be written in the dwarvish language in a very blocky, like formulaic script. As you're taking a look through this, it appears to be you are actually able. There are actually a few sketches of what you recognize to be various monsters that you have seen or encountered before. As one particular page you see up at the very top is a sketch of a very large wolf, and seemingly like as like the title is the block is the same dwarvish script, but immediately next to it is its name in common. You see a winter wolf the word Winterwolf written out in common.
Does the wolf look like the one that I saw earlier?
No, it's based on the drawing, and the drawing is kind of crude, but it seems large, and it's implied that it seems to be breathing out like this kind of icy, like, mist breath is kind of like seeping from its nostrils. As you're just kind of taking a look at this, and you do actually notice, continuing to look at it, there's a page that is bookmarked. Okay, as you flip over to that page, you take a look, and you see that the bookmark is not in fact a bookmark, it is in fact an Adventurers Guild contract.
What is it?
As you take a look at it, it seems to basically say that it is a Palladium tier, or not Palladium tier, Silver tier Adventurers minimum.
Like a pay stack?
No, minimum, like you
have to be at least a silver
or higher.
tier.
Oh.
You guys
to
are
get this book?
to get the quest.
Oh.
It's the contract. It's the papers.
Got
So
it.
you guys are at copper tier now, except for you. You're at lead still, because of the altercation with the scum tier. Yes. As you take a look at it, it seems to be about the general gist of it is that certain hunter-gatherers were distressed at the sight of some sort of creature that seemed to be living plant matter, just a shambling mound of living foliage, essentially.
All foliage is the way to
As it's there's a little bit about it, and as you take a look at the actual page, you can see that there is a small entry and a small drawing of a bush on that particular page that is
being
bookmarked.
burnt. Are we burning the bush?
It's the Fortnite bush.
No, kill yourself. Okay. So Simon, what'd you roll for the investigation? 19. Yes, you actually do find his silver medallion, adventurer's medallion, which is it's partially buried. You spot the reflection off the silver chain out of the corner of your eye. You grab it and see that it is grown over like the rest.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it because I want to return it.
Okay.
To town.
As you're actually taking a look at the remains of Manus, thinking back, you've never seen him in any position other than sitting, and just kind of seeing him somewhat splayed out over several feet, you actually get the impression that he wouldn't be any taller than Axial.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he stand up when I punched him?
He stood up slightly.
Oh,
'Cause
like
he
he
was sitting
sat
there.
up.
He sat up.
I see.
Huh.
Jesus.
He doesn't. He
That's
seems
kinda funny.
fairly short.
Was he a dwarf?
He was a warforged. He was a robot.
Yeah, but like if he's reading dwarvish and he's short, obviously connections.
Oh, like made by a dwarf.
But I do have actual questions.
Well, really quick. Can I search his body for dwarvish rune, like to
Dwarvish?
match them with anything?
Make an Arcana check.
Can you help him?
Yeah, make it with advantage.
Thank you. I rolled a 7. I rolled
Sorry.
What's your total?
I could have just made it. I have a better.
What is it? Arcana?
Arcana.
7.
7. Okay. Taking a look over his body, you check it fairly thoroughly, and you do not find any kind of runes or anything in particular that you would identify as dwarvish.
Does he have any tats?
Not so much.
Just
so.
like keyed into his arm, just like mom. The heart.
You do not find anything immediately.
Can I turn to Simon really quick?
Yes.
I'm gonna take his axes.
Okay.
If
Telescopic.
we've only
Great
been
axe.
gone for what, max a week, why would moss be grown over him?
You've only been gone for it took a day to get out here, and then about another day, so it's only been about 2 days.
Did you share the book with us? Do we
Yes,
know?
yes.
Okay.
Once I was done flipping through it, I was like,
Okay, you
looking at
share
this,
that information.
Yes.
Well, if this contract says that he may have been looking for something
Oh,
made of foliage, it could live in this area.
I want to start putting his pieces back together. Just kind of like squishing them together.
All right, you kind of
In hopes that,
assemble
he'll
his
magically form back together.
his parts together as Axel kind of like takes a kneel down. kind of taps his head slightly with the dagger. It ting ting and echoes slightly. He just kind of pats it and put his dagger away and stands up.
Does he? So he
Hey.
is it just holes where his eyes would be?
No, it looks like crystal, but whereas previously the intelligence that kind of lived behind those eyes, the greenish glow, is dim. There, you do not see any
Oh.
light from behind his eyes.
Can I do a prayer?
Hey,
I wanted to like close his eyes, but I realized
There's
now-
there's
yeah,
no
I was gonna
shutters or
say,
anything.
I now realize.
He can't blink.
when we signed our contract, didn't we sign away, like, if one of us were to perish in combat, weren't our remains supposed to be returned to our loved ones? Shouldn't we take him?
I don't think we can carry all of him.
Yeah.
At least part of him.
We could
I'm
take his
gonna
head.
immediately. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna pick up his head.
Okay, as you
Really
pick up
just
his
be
head,
respectful.
it feels kind of odd, but you're not used to holding heads in your hand, so you can mark off Mana's head on your inventory if you like.
You have such a strange inventory.
Yeah, you have the weirdest inventory out of anybody ever. As
Can I read it off really?
you're beginning to get a little encumbered, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna drop some stuff when we get back. Don't worry.
It's just not as bad as Paris.
Oh,
We
I
just
don't have those goblin ears anymore.
decaying items in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as bad as Leviticus,
I
who
got
had
this
actually
eye,
like
and
a
it just
head
says
of
I'm-
something.
Body parts.
I had that bag of crap as Leviticus, but no. I have a serrated short sword, explorer's pack, amulet of Agathis, bone chimes, bone mobile, the double cross
Baby.
with some.
Oh no. Just forgot about the baby.
Oh,
Gotta
no.
unequip the baby.
Oh
Don't forget to unequip your baby at daycare,
Ooh.
parents.
no.
That's what birth is.
Yeah.
Unequip your child. Oh no.
Unequipped
Three.
fetus.
Oh no.
3 grape shot, or rather 2 grape shot bolts now. The lion's blade, a loincloth, a bone club, a severed digit,
Sweet.
a cube of faux troll meat, the telescopic great axe, and Mana's head.
All right. So with you having carefully taken inventory of everything that you currently possess in the material world, what would you guys like to do?
Head back to town.
Okay.
I think we should leave.
I'm
Could.
gonna hang the bone chimes over where his body is.
Okay.
Like just in a branch.
Don't,
As-
you're gonna summon the old ladies.
As you do that, it kind of in the wind slightly. Should we be worried that whatever this thing is going to continue to attack or potentially attack us?
Yes.
I think
He was silver tier and trying to take us alone.
it's probably best if we head back to town.
Okay.
I don't think that we can take it.
We could come back.
Can I go ahead and make perception check?
Oh my god.
All of us?
Yes.
Great.
But I'm still a common. Scum. Is it common?
Oh
Scum.
10.
10.
Scum.
10.
10.
Wait, perception?
Yeah. Yep.
21.
21.
Oh my god.
As you're standing where you are,
Hey guys,
Um,
does that tree look like it's moving?
you it feels unusual. You've experienced a similar feeling to this once before, when once you unknowingly, as a child, as a young servitor,
As a fawn.
yeah, as a fawn, stepped unknowingly, without your mother's knowledge, you stepped into what you didn't know was a peat bog, as you were standing in it, sort of enjoying the very serene and still grass around you. You, at that point, felt like you were sinking slightly, and you're beginning to feel this sensation now.
Okay. Finally, all of the childhood knowledge that I've gained over quicksand threats in the United States. I am not a half deer, so I am not prepared for this. I know
Okay.
I'm not gonna freak out.
Okay.
I'm just going to be
Rainbow.
like, I am sinking.
All right.
And like,
I'm gonna
hope
try
to-
to.
Okay.
pull
You
him.
say I am sinking, Ella?
Yes, I am sinking.
All right.
I'm gonna try
Um,
to like pull him.
Do not.
on the,
Okay.
on the arm.
As you two go ahead and make a perception check, just kind of like looking at him, T-posing gently.
You have to spread yourself out so you can
15.
float
15.
like a log.
10.
15. Simon, from a few feet back, you're able to see that, in fact, Orion is not sinking. The ground is rising.
Oh!
As it's beginning to happen faster, as the ground is beginning to coalesce into a larger shape that you are currently standing directly in the middle of.
Hold up. Hang on.
Around all
You
of
doing
us.
something?
Yes.
Okay.
Circle of fire. Burn it all down. Fuck the forest.
Great.
Just the high forest just
Do I
burns
have
down.
one with light?
What are you trying to do? This is happening very quickly.
Just like burn it, yeah.
Okay. Well, you have do you have burning hands
Yeah.
prepared?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can cast that without hurting anybody.
Yeah.
All right. So you cast that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you and Kamehameha blast the
God.
ground around you as it licks up the feet. As suddenly
It is now a burning.
the ground around you just kind of, as it begins to grow and kind of push you out of it as
Oh, okay.
this form begins to rise out of the ground. You do all the roll initiative. 13.
17.
13.
13.
I don't want to go first.
So, are you going
I've
first?
been having this problem the past few days where I inexplicably shake. And this isn't helping.
That's nice.
That's called a tremor, honey.
But it's my whole body.
Anxiety.
Tremors shake your whole body.
Really? It's
Okay.
unpleasant.
You sit there and you're like, I'm
Best.
vibrating. Yeah.
Kepesk.
13.
13. Simon.
17.
17. Orion.
13.
Gross.
Ew.
How do we...
Oh yeah. Axel has advantage on initiative,
Do
and I
it.
forgot until like now.
Get on.
That's a big 21.
I was gonna do
Don't you
this.
guys roll again?
No.
Oh, that's
You
what
guys
we
just decide who goes first.
I go and then he go.
Okay.
So I guess I rolled like, not a 14, but 13.1.
All right. Okay. Top of the round, Axel, seeing this, is going to immediately draw his blades, quickly chucking, as he does, in like an underhanded throw of the black dagger that you've seen him use before. Going to make it anywhere within 5 feet. It's a good thing he had advantage. That very much hits. Okay. Okay. 20 points of damage to the shambling mound as he just immediately is going to run up and make another attack at it. That is a big miss, as he just kind of, as he takes his sword, kind of double-handing it for a second, as he just kind of reverses his grip on one hand and tries to drive it in, as he... you doing good, Kepesk?
Yeah.
Great. As he drives it in, it just kind of cuts through like grass, and he kind of slashes it out the other side, and just a poof of grass just kind of, as it kind of...
I regret eating grass.
as he begins to turn towards it. Orion, you are kind of pushed out of it, and are immediately next to it now, immediately on the other side. Up next is Simon.
Okay. I'm going to lift my cloak over my face.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
And I...
Imagine he's just...
He's just hiding.
It feels wrong to do, but there's no restriction on whether it's humanoid or its intelligence, so I'm gonna cast Mind Spike.
Mind Spike? Okay, go ahead.
You
That's
just
a
kill
wisdom
all the
saving throw.
vegetation and
Alright.
like nearest
The
mile.
high forest itself dies.
What is your DC?
Spike the high forest.
Sorry. That's a 16.
Amazingly, it succeeds.
Oh, okay. So that's... That's gonna be... 7.
Seven?
7
Seven
'cause it's
total?
half.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 damage as you kind of... now, on a failure, it's not, like, tracked by you, right?
Right.
Okay. So, immediately after this,
He's like, my God, you gotta get him got to deal mind spike. Like, he is the mind spike.
Okay, so immediately after this is Orion and Kepesk.
I won the boulder pit parchment shears.
Okay,
so,
you're going first.
I'm gonna draw the lion's blade. I'm gonna rage. So
Okay.
Raging is a bonus action, right?
All right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you can draw both and increase your AC, and then just attack with one, and still rage as a bonus action.
Okay. So I am gonna do that.
All right. So
And I'm gonna.
You see this thing kind of engulfing your friend. Realize that it destroyed what could have potentially been a good ally and friend. That currently you stand in the remains of. You feel this red crimson come up over your eyes as you sight this target. Go ahead and make your attack.
I'm using the lion's blade.
Okay.
This one.
Roll that 5.
Ooh, that's a strong 7.
7 misses. As
Great.
your anger blinds you for a moment, as you attempt to stab into it, as it just kind of not really making any impact. Up next is Orion.
Alright. I don't think it's gonna, but I'm gonna do Burning Hands again.
Okay, make a perception check first. 24. As you watched it sort of set fire, as you backed off, something about it, it's just kind of naturally a little moist, and you feel that this fire didn't have quite the impact that you were hoping on a creature of this constitution.
If it's moist, then that means it has like thickness to it. So I'm gonna hit it with my mace of smithing.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. As you
Roll it again.
Which, yeah. 1. Alright. As it feels like you're kind of... Wait, was it a natural 1?
Yes.
Okay. As you realize... You go to swing and then realize the mace isn't in your hand anymore, you actually dropped it again. You're like, oh, shooting! You go back and you grab it and you... pretending like nothing happened at all. Regather yourself. Prepare again. Bonus action movement?
I'm gonna hold that.
Okay. Well, you can't hold your bonus action
well,
movement.
I'm
but
not gonna do it.
You're not going to do anything. Okay, so, up after that, shambling mound. What? What do you do? Oh, yeah. We'll be right back. Anyway, we're fighting the shambling mound.
Oh yeah.
So
Whose turn is it?
Is it a pea hog? I just finished
It is its turn.
I just finished.
Okay,
Oh, we don't have to take a turn yet.
so, actually, Axel has advantage on anything that hasn't gone in combat yet.
Oh,
So actually his attack did hit.
I'm glad I reminded you.
Extra 6 points of damage.
For 6 points of damage on the left field, as we can see, actually taking down the thing.
As he cuts into it and actually severs, as it's beginning to form like what is essentially like just a pseudopod like arm, as it's beginning to like rise up and strike towards him. As he cuts underneath
It's
it,
mimicking our attacks.
he cuts underneath it, seemingly severing almost like a tendon, seemingly a piece of vine that was holding it in places, like, and begins to flail back down as it redraws it into itself, and then and immediately focuses its entire body and just blasts forward, condensing itself in one solid immediately against him. He
Dies.
let's see.
I was just joking.
However, as it kind of focuses, he sees it coming and back steps out of the way as it into the air past him. Is immediately going to refocus and attack to its left towards Kepesk.
That touched my.
That was a natural 20, but it's on the floor, so it doesn't count.
I'm
That is another natural. That is a natural 1, in fact. As it
So the one guard.
You just get kind of allergic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a
As
last
It focuses again, but Axel, seeing this again, tries to slice underneath. It happens again as it just kind of over into the dirt, goes back in and sort of reforms up into this large towering mass of roiling plants.
Can I request an image?
Or
would that not be okay? Because I can't picture it for some reason.
Sure.
Have you ever been in the forest and you see like a sapling that's literally overtaken by vines because they want to get to the sunlight?
Yeah.
It's like that, but times 4 and really grotesquely moist.
I'm kind of. It just looks like a lump in my head.
It basically is.
Oh, okay.
But
it seems to form
so.
rudimentary limbs.
I feel like
Yeah,
it's
I
a
can see it.
Goosebumps cover gone wrong, and it's like ghillie suit. Oh no!
It looks like my backyard.
Oh no. It
Really?
looks like
So
just
it's like-
infinite crabgrass.
Yes.
Papa
Okay.
seal ghillie suits come alive.
Alright, so as it forms and he snips it again, it reforms up into its large shape as Axel immediately is going to attempt to make 2 stabs towards it. Actually, no, he does not. He, wait, what did he do? He's going to Hunter's Mark it, and then he is going to make an attack. It's not of advantage. So as he goes to stab up towards it, he misses completely.
Oh.
As it slices harmlessly off the side. Up next is Simon.
Okay. Just wanted to say, thinking over his repertoire of spells, Simon is really considering the fact that he hasn't equipped himself to protect his friends, and he's kind of upset at himself over that.
Like a 2-year-old.
Because, just, honestly, I'm looking at my spells and I don't have enough attack spells.
I see.
In comparison to my strategic stuff. But, I'm going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 3d4. I don't think there's anything quite as satisfying as the sound of several d4s clattering into each other.
Yeah. That's gonna be 14 total then.
14 damage. As you focus towards it, firing out of your fingertips, shoot these arcane bullets of energy that just seemingly passing through the other side and into the ground. As it just kind of it tears it apart. It kind of tries to reform, is having difficulty, but again draws itself again from the earth and reforms. Bonus action movement?
No.
Okay. Up next is Orion and Kepesk. Who wants to go first? You want to just continuously go first?
Yeah.
All right.
So, I'm gonna.
Do you have spiritual weapon prepared? Just curiosity.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Just
gonna
checking.
use my rage magic thingy, my storm tower.
Okay.
Which wasn't it the fire when we switched to the fire or something?
No, you hadn't done that.
I thought we did.
No, you can do that once every level.
Shit.
We've already figured out the rules. So it's dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
That is a 5. So that's
fails.
a big failure. So go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh, I had a plan and then I just forgot.
2. All right. As you focus on it, you as you kind of take a step forward, your electricity just up and down your body as it just kind of shoots from your leg as you stomp. It runs forward over into the creature as it and kind of like seemingly slows down for a moment. Seems to swell almost.
Oh no.
And then continues.
Okay.
That's
is that
your bonus action.
Okay. So I'm gonna strike again with my lion's blade.
Again, nice attack.
18.
18 definitely hits.
Plus strength.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Just give me your total when you. That's 23. 23 definitely hits.
Okay. So it was 1. Oh no.
So it's a D8
Yeah, D8
slashing plus a D6
2.
radiant.
Oh, so it is equal. Okay.
So roll a D8 and then
yeah.
add 3 for your strength and then add 2 for your rage bonus. So a D8 and add 5 and then a d6.
8, 9.
9 total?
Yeah.
Okay. As you swing the blade, shing, feeling a little bit more reach than you're used to in a normal short sword, as you slash into it, this kind of divine radiance, not quite divine, but radiance just slashes across it as you feel this confidence well up in you as you, I've made this motion so many times, as you slash across it, as it kind of immediately no longer happy about the lightning affecting it.
It was happy.
How much? It was 9?
It was 9.
It was 9. Alright. Up after that is Orion.
Okay. So, I would like to cast Channel Divinity in an attempt to dry him the F out, and then can I signal to someone to be like, it's fine.
What channel divinity option are you doing?
It just says Radiance from the Dawn.
Radiance of the Dawn it incurs disadvantage. Let me go ahead and pull it up.
It teaches you how to build hotels with your name as Radiance of the Dawn.
Yeah, I do recall it. It's the light domain. Radiance of the Dawn. So you present your holy symbol. Any magical darkness within 30 feet of you is dispelled. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet of you must make a Constitution saving throw. The creature takes radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level on a failed save, and half its must on a successful. Creature that has total cover from you is not affected. So go ahead and roll 2d10 and add your cleric level.
13.
Alright. As you kind of see this happen, as it's attacking your friends, you take a step forward with your hoof and kind of channeling the divinity of Pelor, this presence that you felt about you this whole time. You channel it into one singular moment as it just and flashes forward as it reels back. It reels back in tremendous pain as it just kind of and is beginning to like shudder on the outside. I make good plant noise. 13 damage?
Yes.
13. Okay. Up after that, bonus action movement.
I am alright.
Okay. Up after this, it is going to immediately make another attack against Kepesk. That is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Wait, when I'm dual wielding, my armor class is 20 because it's a +1 armor.
It still hits.
Yeah, no.
It's a lot.
I'm trying to remember.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
All right, you take. Oh God.
You take.
You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage,
Good.
Oh.
reduced to half. Reduced to
That came out as if I said good that you took damage.
18 reduced to 9. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make. Let's see. Nope, you're fine. The next attack is a 25 to hit, which also hits. As it kind of. This one, however, only deals 10 points reduced to 5. You take 5 bludgeoning damage. And I need you to... Let's see. I need you to make... No. As it... You are currently grappled by it, as it's just kind of like... lashing vines around you as you're being like pulled in by this creature, as it just kind of...
Not good.
as you're being slowly pulled in.
Senpai. No.
Immediately after this, Axel is going to just reverse his blades and slash down at the limb kind of protruding out. Natural 1.
No.
And a 4, as he just kind of like and trips halfway on the still partially exposed body of Manus, as he just and ends up sort of gently face planting into it, as it just his blades just kind of scrape along the side, and he just kind of slides down and he pushes himself back and just kind of blocks it as if nothing happened. After this is Simon.
Okay, can I don't know how it would, but can I tell when it's reforming itself, is it regaining any hit points?
Make a nature check.
It's a nat 20.
Okay. As you watch it, it kind of seemingly this being takes a lot of damage and then just kind of like shies away from it and then just kind of tries to make itself look big. However, when Kepesk's lightning seemed to engulf it, it seemed to briefly reform and regain a few hit points as it did that.
Okay, as a direct result?
Seemingly as a direct result.
Okay.
I powered him up.
I'm not sure
Rise
that
and
my
grind,
plan
gamers.
is
It's
viable.
gone Super Saiyan.
Shit.
Okay. I'm uncertain about what I was gonna do, so I'm.
I'd say
just
since that was a nat 20, I'd say that's your bonus action.
Okay. I'm just gonna take aim and cast magic missile again.
Okay, go ahead and roll. 15. All right. As you, the same effect happens as you taking careful aim, as the bullets just kind of like pass through it once again, as it kind of shies away from you, kind of hugging itself slightly closer to Kepesk, as you're still just kind of like, as it's kind of like grappling itself around your waist and such. That's it for you. Up after this is Kepesk and Orion.
I'm gonna let out a really guttural roar and then use Hungry Jaws.
Okay, as you and immediately eat the bush. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
5 is 18.
18 definitely hits.
Oof, okay.
So go ahead and roll a d6, add your strength, add your rage.
5 plus 3 plus 2 is...
10.
Yeah, that. 10.
Alright, so you gain 10 temporary hit points. And just kind of just eat into it. Your turn.
Kale smoothie?
Well, you have an action left actually, because that was a
yeah,
bonus.
Yeah. So I'm also gonna... I can't swing, right?
You can.
I can?
You can.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and use it to free myself. Can I do that?
You can
Can I just
use an
attack it?
action to free yourself, or you can attack it.
I'm just gonna attack it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh.
9.
9.
As you go up to strike it, you feel the blade prepare to strike true as the planes begin like leaking up the sides of your arm as it just kind of and it bends your arm backwards out of the way. You have to prevent yourself from dropping the sword as you try to regain your grip to make another attack, but you just can't quite seem to fight against the plants that are currently just enveloping you slowly. Orion, you're up next.
Okay, so this is a bonus.
Are we in
I'm
Japan?
gonna cast Healing Word on
Okay.
Kepesk.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d4 and add your spellcasting ability modifier, which is 5. Eat. 6.
I also want to cast Command.
Okay.
on the
Does that require a minimum?
Use
ability
weak a one more command you creature using in range. Target must succeed a wisdom saving throw. Spell has no effect. Your target is undead. Doesn't understand your language. Or if command is directed, doesn't understand.
You don't know.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna yell.
what do you say?
What?
What do you say?
Shrivel.
Shrivel. As you shrivel, it kind of it seemingly has no other effect. I'm gonna do that in your sleep tonight.
No.
Okay. Seemingly no effect. Immediately after this, the shambling mound kind of begins to, like, venom style creep up your back as you are engulfed, as it just kind of closes over you. Your vision goes completely dark as you are enveloped in this creature. You can no longer see, and you are currently restrained.
Okay,
and
so I
unable,
can't swing.
unable to breathe.
Oh.
Fuck.
You can move, but you can't exactly swing your sword.
Yeah.
you can still move about and do things, but you can't really swing your sword. As you watch this thing simply devour Kepesk as it seems to double in size as it grabs over him. Let's see. All right, as it grabs you, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. Not one. As you kind of like let out a brief momentary gasp of panic, the breath leaves your lungs as you and it immediately like grasps onto your face, partially like trying to make its way down your throat. It just kind of and bite it off, stopping it from going down your throat. But you are being crushed from the outside. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 5 because of your rage, and the creature's turn ends. Up next is Axel, who's like, this is just kind of panicking. Is going to, is going to try to carefully stab around where he thinks you are. That is another natural 1. As he just kind of like whoop, plunges it in and kind of and the sword is also engulfed within second attack.
Oh god.
That, however, does hit as he just kind of with his free hand draws the dagger and slashes towards it. Actually, since it's within 5 feet of you guys, he gets sneak attack on that. For a whopping 9 points of damage as he's just absolutely killing it this round. Alright, up after that is Simon.
Okay, is Kepesk visible at all?
No. He's completely gone.
Okay.
You hear a muffled from inside. Exactly like that. That was really good.
Okay. I don't know if it's me misinterpreting what you're saying. Does it look like my magic is not affecting it, or is it like tearing through it but passing through the other side?
It's entrance wound, exit wound. It's like a bullet.
Okay, so
essentially, it is working.
I am doing damage. Okay.
That's basically flavor text. It does seem to be pretty effective.
I have a really weird idea.
Go for
Okay.
it.
No, this is really stupid.
Go
I
for
almost
it.
don't want to
He's
say it on
dying.
recording.
Use
Okay.
Say it.
entangle on
Do
the
it.
vine.
I cast plant growth.
Okay, this is the weirdest thing, and it's probably really stupid, but
Go for it. I want to hear it.
I have okay.
Unbirth.
What are the rules when using levitate? What happens if the thing is being held down? Do I pull it against?
It would. Well,
Is it like contested strength at that point?
at this point, what that would do is that would in fact aid against it like containing. If you wanted to cast it on Kepesk,
Yeah.
to like lift him out of there, but I believe you have to see the creature.
That's the other part.
Can you not?
I have invisibility. I could cast it on the creature, and then I could see Kepesk inside of him. It's creative, but really stupid.
You can certainly try.
Please do. I might be
Yeah.
invisible
You
with it.
make an intelligence check.
Oh my god. That's a 14.
It's making a lot of sense.
He's dying. We've got nothing. You already know
That's
my...
the last of my level 2
You know
spells.
my plan.
But then we can't see the creature at all. I don't.
This is a bad idea.
This is.
This is a good idea. Just do it.
No, I can wait until somebody can maybe slash a hole in it so I can see him and try lifting him up, but I think the invisibility thing is dumb.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, for now, I'm going
But good
to-
thinking on the rules. Like, I appreciate you like thinking through that.
Yeah.
That it's smart.
Okay.
Are you opposed to my plan?
I'm very opposed to your plan.
I have nothing else.
Please.
Okay.
That's always how it starts.
You can make
I have
attacks
to
with your
cast
mace.
lightning bolt. I have nothing else.
Like, keep making
Okay, well-
attacks, like, keep damaging it. you
Okay,
know?
Simon.
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
What would you like to do?
Well, does it appear to be flammable? I know he casts Burning Hands. Is there anything on him that would
wait,
be
you-
flammable?
You aren't quite sure of the effect of fire.
He did that
Okay,
thing that like dried it out with the radiant.
I wanted to try it out.
Okay. I thought we...
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna try. No, it's not gonna do enough damage.
No one will be seated during the shambling mound fight of the episode.
Okay, I'm going to cast Firebolt. Yeah.
Okay. Make a spell attack roll.
18.
18 definitely hits. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll a d10.
That is a 10.
Oh, nice. All right. As you fastball special, fire the firebolt towards it as it kind of bursts across it with not quite the degree of effectiveness that you had hoped.
Okay.
However,
is it visible at all?
It is hurt. It's beginning to show a lot of signs of wear, where you can see parts of it are trying to like reform, where vines are kind of like grasping towards each other and they're just kind of slipping off as it's trying to reform, but it's sort of fighting against Kepesk, kind of struggling within, and it's showing some damage from the burning and the radiant damage that it has taken so far. It does seem hurt, but the firebolt does not have the impact that you had hoped.
Okay.
That's your whole turn. Up next is Kepesk.
I'm gonna.
Can I yell to him to try to tell him to try to open a hole? Like
From
Slap
where he is, he's you yell that out and you don't hear anything.
Okay, well I'm just gonna bite. I'm gonna use bite.
Okay.
That's my action, right?
I won't give you disadvantage on it. It shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, it would be your entire action. Yes.
Eat.
Oh.
9.
As you go to bite down, it seemingly learned its lesson from last time. Does not try to seep down your throat. Instead, kind of pulls away as it just kind of like, and it just kind of expands around you as you. Nothing happens.
Oh, I'm gonna try to use my offhand, my serrated short sword to slash.
Okay. You would have disadvantage on that.
That's fine.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack. Ooh boy. As you go to try to reach it, it just kind of begins pulling on the sword, and you can sort of feel it begin to leave your grip, and you're holding on just barely as you actually do, guys. You guys see the sword kind of poke out of the side as part of his hand just is visible for half a second and then immediately recedes as the blade is still just kind of like sticking out of it at strange angles and wiggling around wildly. Orion, you're up next.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, would the hat be an action?
Well, no, you just have to make an attack roll.
No, I have. I thought
No,
it was I
if
have
it's-
to
if it's
cause
an action.
damage or take
Okay.
damage.
No,
If it's
you
like a
you either make an attack roll.
Oh.
You made an attack roll, so your rage actually does continue.
Is
Yes.
using the hat of disguise an action?
Yes.
Fine. Okay, I'm just gonna use the mace as my
Okay. As you go ahead and make an attack roll.
Again, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to convey to you.
Dang.
Please try to open a hole.
Whoa, wait. When you roll a nat 20, which I did, on an attack roll made with this weapon, the target takes an extra 7 bludgeoning damage or 14 bludgeoning damage and its construct. If a construct has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it is destroyed.
It is not a construct.
Wait.
It is.
Oh, if a construct.
If you want to know, it's a plant.
Jeez.
Really?
That's its type is plant.
Oh.
Tries
So-
to mouth rape me.
Large plant.
1d10.
I
plus
see.
7?
That's what
You
they
want
all
D10 plus
say,
7.
Dan. It's subjective.
17.
17. All right.
Ooh.
As you just kind of double-handing it, kind of focus for a moment, and just kind of slam downwards into it. You feel like an impact from above you.
Ripped.
As this as you feel this pressure above you, it seems pretty hurt at this point. Up next Yeah. Up next, the creature is going to continue to try to. Well, actually, hang on.
Does it have to roll to do that?
Just a moment. I gotta reread the rules. I've confused myself. At the start of each of those turns. Okay, so immediately go ahead and make a Constitution.
Does it have to roll? At all?
No, he does.
He does.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, Kepesk.
5 plus, where's my okay, 8.
18?
8.
8. 8 does not succeed. You take another 10, reduced to 5 again. Or, excuse me, it's 12, reduced to 6. Okay. It is going to make a slam attack against Orion as you cause. Okay. As it begins to focus, you, Simon, you get this feeling that you've been in this place before, as deja vu takes you, as you realize it misses, and it tries to reform and fire towards you as it immediately just kind of. Kepesk, you get this brief glimpse of sunlight for just a second, and it forms up again. It's going to try to reform and kind of uppercut you from underneath. You, Orion. You are a terrible dice picker, I tell you what. Because that's a natural 1. As it just kind of fails to make another attack.
It rolled me 4 19s when I out of like
This
6
one?
rolls. Yeah.
Well, it hates me.
Bitch.
Pick me another one.
Another clear one.
All right. That's better. All right. So, it misses on this turn. Up next is Axel, who is going to try to make 2 attacks against it.
Again, Simon is trying to convey. Somebody please make Kepesk visible.
Yeah, he's currently trying to dig a hole with swords. Oh, that's a big good. That's a big bad. However, it is within sneak attack damage, so it takes 15 points of damage as the Hunter's Mark is finally paying off as he thrusts it through. Kepesk, you feel a jab on your side, and you look down, unable to see anything still. Not seeing anything there. As it withdraws and a little poke recedes. Immediately after this assignment again.
So he's still not visible.
Currently, no.
Okay. Sorry.
That's right.
I'm going.
Throw your mouse at it.
Launch bait.
Trade! Yeet!
This
Yayot.
Yayot! What would you like to do?
Ooh, okay. I really hate to do this, but I'm just gonna cast Magic Missile again.
Okay, as you focus, firing.
Am I the only one who gets the image of like the Iron Man things that come out of his shoulder? Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
11.
11?
Yes.
Coup de grace?
Ooh.
The first of the campaign.
Oh, I don't know how to be creative with that.
Like anime, like one goes that way, and then
like aim them down and up through the grundle.
Okay.
And then out.
As you focus,
essentially just
feeling. as you focus, feeling the irritation of this thing bothering you and your friends, you sight along your finger, fire. It shoots up, ripping a small explosion of foliage out to the left. Fire again, out to the right, and then finally aim towards where you would imagine the general area of the head is as it kind of reforms. And the back of its largely...
blood splatters everywhere.
Oh, no.
As it just kind of... and just kind of like...
for once it is Kepesk
Collapse.
that has been collapsed
As,
instead of the sheep.
You kind of begin spitting out grass.
Vored.
You got Vored. Oh no.
As Kepesk, you lie on the ground, Sunlight never looked so sweet. And with that, what are we calling this one?
Kepesk gets bored.
Kepesk gets bored.
Kepesk gets bored.
Alright, thank you very much for joining this episode. Draw lots of fetish art for us, please.
Wait, muffled screaming.
Muffled screaming.
That's a good one.
That's better. Okay. Thank you very much in advance for the fetish art. Vored question mark? Like, just clickbait the hell out of the title. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us. In the next episode, eeny, meeny, miny, Simon gets Vored. Okay.